Good afternoon, Officer Waldman. You remember me. I'm the Mr. Ramirez's attorney. We met before during your deposition.
Yes.
All right. I'm just going to ask you a few follow-up questions about your testimony. To begin with, I'd like to just make sure I'm clear on the Chicago Police Department's training manual where it talks about the use of deadly force. Do you recall talking about this Plaintiff's Exhibit B?
Yes, I do.
All right. And could you go ahead and just read for me and for the ladies and gentlemen of the jury letter B there, where it talks about when deadly use is appropriate.
The use of a firearm in any case is a last resort measure. Police officers may resort to the lawful use of firearms only after all other reasonable means at their disposal to effect apprehension and control of an individual have been attempted without success. This may include, but is not limited to, a verbal warning, a chase if fleeing, or a warning shot if the use of deadly force is permitted.
All right, thank you. I'll go ahead and take that from you then. Now, Officer Waldman, isn't it true that you were in fact 3 feet away from Mr. Ramirez when you shot him?
Yes.
All right. And isn't it also true that from 3 feet away you were actually close enough to stop him from striking your partner again with your hands?
Well, yes, but he was threatening with a knife.
Okay, but you were close enough to stop him with your hands?
Yes.
Okay. And also, just to ask a few questions about kind of your state of mind then, I guess. Isn't it true that when you shot Mr. Ramirez, you weren't thinking about whether that bullet would hit Officer Levy at the time? Is that true?
Well, I don't know what I was thinking at the time.
Okay. Why don't we go ahead and I'll take you back to your deposition. Do you remember a few months ago when you took the deposition, I was there, your attorney was there, and we asked you some questions kind of like today?
Yes.
Do you remember that day? All right. And do you remember that at the time you were under oath to tell the truth, just like you are today?
Yes.
All right. Let me go ahead and take you back. Do you remember the question when I asked you, okay, by the way, were you concerned at all about hitting Patrolman Levy since they were wrestling and scuffling around? Do you remember that question?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. And do you recall your answer when you said, I had no thoughts about that, sir. I can't tell what I was. I can't tell you exactly what was going through my mind at the time because I really don't know.
That is correct.
You remember that? Okay. Just to clarify on that. And also with kind of going to the state of your mind at the same time, isn't it true that right after you shot Mr. Waldman in the back, that you immediately realized that you would have to justify your actions, your use of deadly force?
Yes.
And that according to the police regulations, like what you just read, you would need to show that you had a justifiable cause to shoot him?
Yes.
All right. And isn't it the fact that you realized that if you didn't have a just cause, that you might even lose your job over that?
That's a possibility.
All right. Thank you. No further questions.